something. 10 men, 20 men, 30 men. That boo was something. 10 men, 20 men, 30 men. Yeah, drink 'em up.
You know what it is, man. DJ Thoro, a.k.a. Thorozano, Bridge to the Streets. Right now you're watching the hottest in the streets right here on thisis50.com. We live from One World Studios. Shout out Boy Wonder, you know how we do. Got special guests in the building, all the way from up north. And when I say up north, introduce yourself first.
I'm the walking legend,
okay,
and I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. So, I mean, I came a long way. So, save your excuses, because I made it here.
Woo! We talking
Dreams
this
come
shit.
true.
Hey, look at that. Dreams come true. You see that? When you sing next to me, that's a dream. No, fuck. Dreams come true, man. Thank you for coming through.
100%.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So, real quick. This your first time in New York City?
Second time.
Second time? All right. You like it so far?
Oh, I love it.
All right.
It's super busy.
Super
lots
busy.
to do.
Lots to do.
It's warm.
It's warm, right? This is summertime to you, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. What's the climate like right now in Saskatchewan, in Canada?
It's a little colder, than here right now. But
y'all do Fahrenheit, Celsius, Fahrenheit. What the hell we do? I'm retarded right now. What do y'all do? And the temperatures is Celsius or Fahrenheit when y'all measure temperatures?
My AC's in Fahrenheit, but I think outside is Celsius.
The Celsius. All right, I'm lost right now with that. I can't.
I don't know why they don't just have it the same around the world.
Right.
Like here, it's miles per hour. There, it's kilometers.
It's confusing, right?
Yeah. Like, I don't even know. I might have answered wrong. So,
right.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer? Alright. So,
I'm human.
Alright, so listen, you're in the city right now, man. What do we have out? What are we promoting? What is going on with you?
So, I mean, the first thing I want to talk about is, my story. Those of you who don't know me, I was in a really bad car accident, and the doctors pretty much told me I would never walk again, even with a walker. And I believe that if your attitude is right, the facts don't count, because what you think are facts are just other people's opinions of you. So I proved the doctors wrong, and I'm known for making the impossible possible. Shout out Gene Simmons that gave me the nickname The Walking Legend, because at the end of the day, that was something impossible, but I believed it in my mind, and I just kept going, and here we are. I'm walking with a walker, and I plan on going all the way.
Right. Now, did you get your money back from those doctors that gave you that information?
Nah, that's not how it works in Canada.
You need a refund.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they told you would never walk again, even with the walker, yet you came walking in here?
Twice. Because I was in 2 accidents, so I got to the point where I was walking with the walker, and I felt like, any day maybe now, I'll be able to throw the walker to the side. I went to visit one of my buddies in Vancouver, Canada, and then he got in an accident, but I was the passenger. So now I have another completely different doctor tell me the same thing, but in my mind I'm like, I already did it once, I can do it again.
Now, what was the extent of your injuries? You had broken leg, I'm assuming? Like what?
I had bleeding in my brain. So basically what happened was there was a 18-wheeler, that's what you guys call it here in the States.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
In Canada we call it a semi. But basically, he sideswiped me, I flew off the road into the ditch, up a snowbank, and then airborne to the other side of the road, and he didn't even stop. And so when I hit the ground, like Dukes of Hazzard, if you ever watched Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
So I was in a big truck, so you can imagine how much force that would take to go that high, like I was in the General Lee, so to speak. Knocked out on impact, bleeding in my brain, and when a farmer found me unconscious, basically, he tried to fight me because he thought, this is just a kid in the, in the country getting drunk, driving, and then he realized that I had no idea where I was. I got in an accident, he tried to pull me out of the car, and I couldn't stand. And in that moment, like, my life completely changed because I walked before that.
So were your legs broken, or you couldn't? Like,
my legs would not hold me up at all.
Well, paralyzed, so to speak.
Yeah, it's like if you've ever hit somebody and their legs buckle from under them, like spaghetti leg, and they go down. That's the way my legs are.
So it wasn't technically broken. We're talking nerve damage.
Yeah, nerve damage.
Nerve damage, right? So that's a miracle that you didn't actually break a leg.
Absolutely.
So you were technically paralyzed.
Yeah.
Is what happened. Wow. Did they find the guy that ran you off the road?
Nah, he's still out there. So if you're watching this, we're gonna find you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No cameras, no news, no.
No, in Canada it's not like that. If it happened in the States, like, it would have been, you know, global.
So this guy probably. Well, maybe. Maybe. Do you think the guy is even aware that he ran you off the road?
Okay, so basically I was headed down a grid road. You know what that is?
Right.
Like a country road. And he was tailgating me. It was late at night, and I basically tapped on my brakes thinking, oh, he's gonna back off because nobody's gonna pass somebody on a grid road. But then he blew past me and sideswiped me. So I mean, it happened so fast. How could you not see somebody go off the road? Not only that, but over to the other side of the road.
Damn.
So he had to maybe be drunk or who knows. Like,
wow. Well, thank God you're still here, man.
Absolutely,
I mean,
man.
like, if you don't believe in God, then I don't know what else to tell you.
You're sleeping.
At that point, because that's crazy. Wow. And then you go and get into another accident. Well, not you, but you were in a car with somebody.
I was in the car. I was an innocent bystander.
Maybe you might want to walk everywhere. You might want to walk everywhere you go from now on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. All right, so listen, I'm glad that's behind you. And like I said, those doctors, you know, you came in here walking.
Absolutely.
So there you have it. You know what I mean? Never listen. It's all about the heart and what your mind says. That's what I say. You know what I mean? 100%. I think a lot of those doctors just tell people that so it's like a job for them too. People don't realize it's human beings. They get tired of doing their job. They show you any fucking thing to get you out of there. You know what I mean? Oh, you'll never walk again. Here you go.
Or here's a pill.
Right. Right.
Drug you up and send you out.
Because he might want to second guess his profession if you came in here. You're not even limping. You're like walking in here.
Yeah, with the walkers.
With the walker, you know? He said you wouldn't even walk with the walker.
Yeah, and next time I come here, maybe I won't even have the walker.
Nah, you won't. You'd be breakdancing and all that. You know what I mean? We have to cut the music on. Word. All right, so let's talk music. Musically, man, what are we doing?
So, basically, I don't know if you know, but I came out here to, you know, show my respects to Earl Simmons a few months ago.
DMX.
For, you know, the funeral and the celebration of life. I mean, it was crazy. The cops literally shut down 10 blocks.
Right.
And, I mean, everybody was just showing love in the streets. So, basically what happened was, I've always written poetry.
Right.
But I never thought of, okay, I'm going to, you know, do music and take it seriously. And it was almost like he was pulling strings from heaven and putting people in my life that he wanted to connect me with when he was here. But I wasn't, you know, about music at that time. I was like, oh, I'm just using poetry as a way to channel my emotions. But check this out. If I never went to the funeral, the celebration of life, in the middle of a pandemic,
right?
You know, you have to go and get tested and all that stuff to fly.
Right.
I would have never wrote, you know, this first record on the plane, the poem that, you know, turned into a song. So, right. I mean, God always has a plan.
And what's the name of the song?
Get Your Bread Up.
Get Your Bread Up. All right, it's called Get Your Bread Up. Now, is there a video for this record?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I just came from Atlanta.
Okay.
Working with a guy named Poet, and his uncle is the leader of the West Coast Rough Riders.
Okay.
And so we were in Atlanta working on 3 records, so that's just one of them.
Right. Okay.
And it's just kind of a project to pay homage to him. And I mean, after me doing it, I want to take it, you know, more serious, because I feel like a lot of the music out now doesn't have substance. You know, it doesn't have a story. It's just talking about, you know, drinking every night, or gold chains, or drugs. So I want to make the music now that I want to listen to. I'm tired of waiting for that artist to pop up.
Right. That's dope. I like that perspective. I tell artists that all the time. You know what I mean? Don't be influenced. Be the influence. You know what I mean? And that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like you basically make the type of music you want to hear. Whatever you're complaining about, make that be the example of that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And have some substance. Yeah, you gotta have something to talk about. That's all. How, you know? I get it. Trust me. We had many conversations about what you just said. Many. So now, is this record? Is it Get Your Bread Up?
Yeah.
Get Your Bread Up.
Yeah. One of them.
Is it streaming? Is it up? Where can people hear this right now?
I mean, the best thing to do is to follow me on Instagram, and then I'm going to put it out on iTunes and all streaming platforms.
Okay, so as of now, it's not out yet.
It's being mastered.
It's been mastered. Okay, so by the time it's out, it'll be out.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. Okay.
100%.
Gotcha. Now, are you doing a whole project, or are you just doing song by song?
We did those 3 records, and
Okay.
the next thing we're gonna do is an album.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Cool.
depending on
The feedback?
everything with the pandemic and
Right.
like in Canada, they're making it harder and harder to travel.
Right.
You know,
Which-
so I don't know what's gonna happen. God is just leading everything.
Which I need to
now.
ask you, what's the process now for you to come here? Because I'm surprised you were able to come here.
The process is I gotta pray, and then I get a download and say this is what I'm supposed to do. I go to the airport 24 to 48 hours before they do a PCR test. It comes back negative, and then you get on the plane.
So you didn't have to get vaccinated or nothing like that?
No.
Okay, so you are technically allowed to come to the U.S. now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what about me? Can Americans come to Canada?
If you get tested, you can go there.
You could go there. So the borders open back up, basically.
Yeah. And by the time this comes out, quick disclaimer, that could have changed.
That could have changed.
At this time,
Right.
I don't know. Like, with it,
Right.
everything and the way it's going.
Right.
I mean, I'm looking at not even live in Canada because it's
Right.
turning crazy. They put stuff in where they can kick people's doors down and basically try to force them to get the
Oh,
vaccination.
some martial law shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk DMX once again. You have like some fragrance, perfume, cologne.
Yeah.
Speak about that. What's going on with that?
So one of my friends, Isidore, this is the
That's
company.
Isidore? Okay.
His name is Thoro. He's the owner of the company, and literally this product is the only thing that DMX, aka Earl Simmons, ever endorsed. Because the truth is, he had a lot of people around him who cared about him, but the industry is a dirty game, so he didn't trust a lot of people that maybe could have put him on,
Right.
but for whatever reason didn't, or he just didn't trust that move. So this is
Right.
the only thing he ever endorsed.
Right.
And all the proceeds are going to the family, which is a really beautiful thing.
Okay. Right. Dope. That's dope.
And
All
I
right.
mean, it smells amazing.
Right.
Go out and get it.
Go get it. What's the name? What is it called?
Isidore.
Isidore.
So
All right. Now, is that in department stores as of now, or how can people get their hands on that?
you got to go directly to Isidore Luxury Instagram, and there's a link in the bio, and you can order it
You
there.
can order
He's
it.
the only one that has exclusive rights to it. So as it is right now, you can't just go in the store and buy it. But he is doing a partnership with Neiman Marcus right away. So
I was gonna say it sounded like some Neiman Marcus product. Right there. That sounds like it. Isidore. Neiman. It sounds like it should be Neiman Marcus. Right. Exactly. Dope. Definitely sounds like that. So if people want to follow you, get in contact with you, get some merch, some advice on maybe if they get into an accident.
absolutely.
What did you do? What was your what's the word I'm looking for?
What's my IG handle?
Your rehab. What's your what kind of rehab were you doing? They might want to know that. I want to know that. But what's your IG handle? How can people?
My IG handle is @the_walking_legend.
Right.
And then what I would say is, aside from physical therapy and all of that, start with positive affirmations. Close your eyes and visualize yourself, walking. Then once you can actually see yourself walking, start visualizing yourself running or jumping or, whatever your goal is. And it's not gonna happen overnight. It's like anything in this world. It takes work, and you have to be consistent at it. At first, you're gonna close your eyes, and you're just gonna see darkness. You won't be able to visualize because your third eye is not open. And the best way to get around that is you can go on YouTube and look up I am affirmations with visuals, so it will show you things you've never experienced before, on this planet, or the last, whatever, if you believe in past lives. So then you're going to close your eyes and be able to use those as references, and then eventually you'll be able to visualize whatever. So how I worked towards it, I was laying in a hospital bed. They said, we're just going to give you Toradol, morphine.
Just dope you up.
Yeah, I had bleeding in my brain. You have short-term memory loss. I couldn't talk, so I had to relearn how to talk, eat. Like, I couldn't even hold a piece of paper. Like, yeah, I mean, it was a crazy experience, but I refused to accept what they told me. So every day, long story short, I would stand up with the walker and I would fall and knock myself out. Sometimes multiple times a day. But then one day, I stood for 3 seconds before collapsing, and that put enough belief in me that it's possible.
Right. Damn. That's
It's
deep.
not guaranteed, but
That's
just the
deep.
possibility, it's there.
So you were so determined, you were standing up, knocking yourself out, literally, just falling to the ground.
Oh, they were mad.
Right.
The nurses were like, hit the button, but I knew if I hit the button, they would just
Come
strap
help
me
you.
down.
Strap
They'd
you,
strap you down. It happened to me.
Damn, I listen, man. I thank you for sharing that because, I mean, unfortunately, that happens. It's happening, and people need, you know, they need hope. You know, it's a lot of people
100%.
that can't walk, and someone told them they can't walk. They've been in accidents, and I mean, it's possible. You know what I mean?
100%.
You made me a believer. You know?
Yeah, and I gotta thank God too, because I mean, He's working through me every day.
Right.
I'm just a vessel.
Right. So I'm glad you came on this to share that, man. You trust me, you're helping somebody out, even if it's one
100%.
person.
If it's one person,
You know,
I've done my
You've
job.
done your job.
You know?
what I mean? Even if not, you've given the information. You know, if they want to
100%.
receive it, the information's out there. You know what I mean? So I want to thank you for coming by. Before we go, man, is there anything else you want to speak on or chop it up about that we didn't touch on?
No, not that I can think of. I would just say whatever you're trying to achieve in your life, no matter who tells you no, whether it's a doctor, your mom, your dad, your teacher, your brother, your sister, whoever, have the belief within yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is gonna believe in your dream or put that belief in you. You have to do it through, I am affirmations, changing who you surround yourself with. Instead of watching, TV that's garbage, start reading books and adding knowledge so that when you're in a room, you have something to bring to the table. If you're in a room and you're the smartest person, I'm sorry, but you're in the wrong room. That's why I have this hat that says The New Rich. That's one of my brands, and it's just about, you have the old rich, you know what the old rich is, but the new rich, we forge our silver spoon through the fires of hell. We don't conform, we transform.
Right.
So it's like, we went through hell and back to get the keys. Now we have the box with the keys, and we're willing to give it out to people, but they have to do the work.
Right.
They have to go to the door, turn the key, and whatever's on the other side of that door, they have to be willing to face that demon. As they say, every level has another devil, and nothing in this world is free.
Right. All right, man. That's deep, man. Once again, man, thank you for coming by.
100%.
I'm glad you're walking, and now I get it, the walking legend. You're definitely a walking legend. You know what I mean? If a doctor tells you, a alleged professional tells you you're never going to walk again,
100%.
that doctor might want to second guess his profession.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or do more research
Mm-hmm.
and not tell people that. That's discouraging, because what if you would have believed that? Good thing you didn't. You know what I mean?
100%.
So, once again, thank you for coming by. I'm DJ Thoro. Let them know the name again.
The walking legend.
All right? And like always, not even me now, when you see him, one knee him. That means pay respects. All right? We out.
10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm on something.